I'm very curious to know, do we live in a fair world? Is justice and respect upheld? Like they often sing it to us. You must respect other people's rights. You must respect other people's opinion. You must respect other people's culture. Do we really live in a fair world where wrong is wrong, right is right? Or fairness depends on how powerful you are, how much money you have, how much capabilities you have? I have a good question. So, the United States of America has seized a plane, an aircraft from another president, Venezuelan president.
So we've seized this aircraft in violation of U.S. sanctions and other criminal matters that we're looking at with this aircraft.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. You are appreciated. I think, we got to stay here together. Definitely, this is our platform. My name is Zack. I don't know who you are, but we're certainly going to love each other by the end of this video. Your first time, please subscribe. Let's push this channel further. Why do we have this channel? So we can talk about us. Who are we? We are Africans. Not just African, the black community as well. And other people that love us because, we certainly know that not everybody loves us. So by the end of this video, you're certainly going to love this platform. Okay? We need our views. We need to see things on our own lens. We are tired of hearing things from mainstream media, feeding us their own opinion and marinated in their own culture. We're tired of that. We want to see things on our own lens. So we're looking at the situation here. We're in Venezuela. This is Venezuela. Okay? The Venezuela's president's aeroplane has been seized by the United States of America. I just feel wrong. Don't you feel that it just sounds wrong? A certain country has seized another country's president's airplane because of sanction. Meaning, we don't like you, we don't like what you do, therefore we are seizing your airplane. I just want us to look through this, okay? The United States authorities say that they have seized a 13 million aircraft allegedly bought for Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro in violation of sanctions. The plane was seized in Dominican Republic on Monday and has been brought to the United States in Florida. Jeez, you take somebody's plane, you take it to your home. Interesting. It's like you stop in a road and you take somebody's motorbike or somebody's car. I don't like you. I'm taking it to my house. If you're strong, come to my house and get it back. Well, Maduro was not on board. The seizure comes as the United States increases pressure on Maduro's government after contested election in July. So why? Because America doesn't like what's happened with the elections in Venezuela. So this is America. This is a map. This is Venezuela. This is America again. And this is Venezuela. Now, America doesn't like the election that happened in this country. Well, these are two different countries, in case you don't know. They speak American. Here they speak Spanish. These are two different cultures, two different people. But these people out here are worried about the election that's happening out here. So, because you in your house don't like what's happening in not even a neighbor, because this is a very far away house, you are going to take away the car that this person, who the father of this house, has bought. It's crazy. Attorney General Merrick Garland said that the aircraft has been illegally purchased through a shell company and smuggled out of the United States. So, the airplane was purchased in the United States of America. Because Maduro or Venezuela has been sanctioned, they cannot buy an airplane with their name. Therefore, they're going to use a shell company, a fake company, to go buy the airplane as if it was theirs, but in reality, it's for Maduro. Now, how do they know this? They know this because they've seen Maduro fly in that airplane 2 times. So they decided to take the airplane back to the United States. Now, the good question is, where's the $13 million they paid for the airplane? Where's the money? Okay, you don't want me to use your airplane because we sanctioned. We've purchased it, or whether somebody else purchased it. You've taken it away. Where's the money then? No money. The attorney says this transaction violates the sanctions imposed by Washington in 2019 that prohibits United States citizens from engaging in sales to individuals acting indirectly or directly on behalf of Maduro. So it's not even confirmed that this is Maduro's plane. Okay, somebody purchased it with a company which is called Shell Company now. Therefore, they're taking the airplane back and keeping the money. Do you think it would be fair that if you don't like somebody, then you pay them the money back? Now, just a quick context, okay? Many countries work with the United States of America. In order to be a good friend of America, you need to have policies that America likes. Basically, you need to be democratic, and democratic really depends from one country to the other. Americans perceive democratic allowing men to do their own things. I mean, like in Uganda, they say Uganda is not democratic because in Uganda they have law that prohibits men from being in relationship with other, you can't do that in Uganda. It's official. You can do your things in your house. You can lick each other as much as you like. You can even use Vaseline. Don't do it in public. Don't promote it. Don't talk about it because their culture doesn't allow it. In fact, Christians and Muslims came together to push the parliament to make it law. They don't want it in the country. That's the country. Therefore, America say you're not democratic. And right after that, Uganda used to receive about $300 million for help to people living with HIV. $300 million. They stopped sending it to Uganda. Now the question is, was the money being sent to Uganda, the 300 million, was it really for the HIV people, or was it as a leverage to make you do what we want? If you do what we want, we're going to send you the money and quote it as it's a help for people living with HIV. If you don't do what we want, then we keep the money away. I mean, just think about it. You really care about this HIV person, and somebody in the parliament of Uganda decides to vote a law that you don't agree with. If you really are a good person and you were really out of your heart trying to help this person with HIV, why do you take the money away? Did the man with HIV vote the law? No, he didn't. He has nothing to do with that. Why is he suffering from that? That shows you how much it is important to have control. We need to control how you move. You need to do things our way. You need to be, you know what I mean? Now, Venezuela, unfortunately, like Uganda and many other countries, don't necessarily agree with many things that America likes, okay? They think they should be free making their own decisions. They shouldn't be puppets and being told how to run the countries. And unfortunately, in most cases, when you stand up like that for yourself, some people in the West don't like you. I mean, yeah, we already know NATO is not really Europeans. NATO is guided by one entity. Everybody else is just following up. They just have to contribute to be part of NATO. But NATO is just an organism to control everybody. We all know that. There's NATO for weapons. There's World Health for health. We know it's a franchise. Now, this is not the first time. The West does these type of things very, very much. Russians lost a lot of money because of their decision. In early 2023, the West had frozen approximately $300 billion in Russian assets. That's a lot of money. $300 billion, you're not going to get it anymore. Okay, done. Your money that was here, finished, you're not getting it. Why? Because we're strong. That's how fair the world is. And why did the Russian have their assets in Europe or in America? Because of globalization. Okay, they come and talk to you about you need to be part of the international market, international trade. Russian assets in the West were primarily due to economic globalization and international trade. For decades, Russia has been integrated into the global economy, engaging in trade with Western countries and investing in Western financial markets. So when you want to buy things from a foreign country, you need to use foreign assets. And sometimes it's good to keep foreign assets. That's why Russia has assets in other countries. Here's another country that's a sanction. Cuba has been sanctioned since 1962, fellas. Yes, they say it's for the goodness of the Cuban people because the government of Cuba doesn't align with the mentality of the West. Therefore, Cuba will be sanctioned. And being sanctioned means no food coming from foreign countries, no industry coming from foreign countries, no technology, no new cars, no establishment, no new buildings. It's crazy, fellas. Look at Cuba. This is Cuba. Okay, it looks exotic, but the country is going to the waste because they've been sanctioned. Because back in time, the United States wanted to do business in Cuba, and Cuba didn't want it. And since Cuba didn't want it, then okay, because you don't want it, we're going to sanction you and we're going to make you poor. Since 1962. Last year, people voted in the United Nations saying Cuba's sanctions should stop because people are suffering. There were 2 countries that refused that Cuba sanctions were lifted. So all countries in the world say, okay, let's free Cuba. 2 countries say no. Guess who the 2 countries are? You know who they are. 2 countries. They're like this. They're like BBF. When this one has issues, this one is... It's insane. So Fidel Castro was part of those people, just like Venezuela. They don't like to be run, just like North Korea. They don't want to be run, just like Syria. All these countries have in common. They are all sanctioned because they don't want to play by the book. So again, I want to say, fellas, do we live in a fair world where everybody is respected? Do you not understand why some people will think Russia is important? Because let's say you all live in a class where everybody is student, but there's one guy that's very strong and he's telling everybody, you, if you dare talk to me, I'm going to slap you. You, if you don't bring me ice cream tomorrow, I'm going to break your leg. You, if you don't bring me chocolate, I'm going to remove your nose. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody else to stand up and be strong for everybody else, right? I mean, it doesn't matter whether this person is right or wrong. If one person stands too strong in front of everybody, it becomes difficult. Even in business, every big business needs competition. Imagine your telecom company being the only telecom company in your country. What's going to happen? The price is going to be very high because there's no competition. You have no choice. Okay, so you need competition for the world to run in a way that is appropriate, for people to respect each other. What happens when there's competition? When there's competition, the price comes down. That's exactly what the world needs. The world needs a level of competition. We can't all be one and all. It's not possible. Trying to create one and unique and uniform, it's not possible because our cultures are different, our traditions are different, the way we perceive life are different. You can't just say, oh, everybody live in one way. If you don't do it, we punish you. It's not possible. People need to stay where they are in their countries. I mean, they don't want you to go to Europe and America. It's very strange. They want you to stay in Africa, but they don't stay there in Europe and West. They want to come to Africa to come and check things, to take gold, diamond, uranium, coltan. They want to come to Africa to have base so they can monitor what's happening in Africa. But in the meantime, they don't want you to go there because you're supposed to stay in your country. I mean, then people should be consistent across the board. Take care of your country. Whatever happening to Venezuela is none of your business. Whatever happening to North Korea, it's none of your business. It's their culture. They want to stay there and have 21 haircuts and only wear those big pants. It's their business. It has nothing to do with you. Why are you trying to save all the world? Nobody wants to be saved. Why are you trying to save Ugandans? That is their culture. Even Uganda, they refuse to have a man to be with another. I mean, in your country, you don't like a man who has many wives. You put them in jail. But that's part of Uganda's culture. So it's okay for you to tell Ugandans that men should be with other, but it's not okay for a Ugandan person to go to your country and have 3, 4, 5 wives. How fair is that? Let me know how you feel about this. God bless.